What's going on, guys? In today's video I'm going to show you how to remove the rear wheel from your CBR. Before we get this video kicked off, you guys, I want to apologize for the noise that everything seems to be making while I'm trying to record. Before we get this video... Really? Before we get this video kicked off, you guys, I just want to say that if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and if you like the video, please give me a big old thumbs up. And remember that if it helped you out, please remember to share with your friends, your family, and your dog. Your dog being the most important. Sorry. Anyway, so I'm going to show you the two things you're going to need, and we're going to get started. Okay, so the tool that you're going to need is a 32 millimeter socket with a breaker bar of some sort. And like I said in my previous video where I showed you how to take off the front wheel, this is not technically a breaker bar. It's a ratchet, so it's not really made for breaking really strong, tight nuts loose or whatever. And the other tool you're going to need is a rear stand. But as I said, I'll show you an overlay here. Like I showed you in the previous video, you're definitely going to need a rear stand. Front stand, obviously not required to do this job, but you definitely will need a rear stand to do this job easily. So let's get started. So after you get the bike up on the rear stand, it's pretty simple from here on, you guys. You just put your 32 mil socket on here, make sure you're breaking it loose, and if I can get this to break loose, that'll be fantastic. Alright, so this is a perfect example. I can't break it loose with this, so I'm going to get a bigger bar. That should do the job. With ease, no problem. Now I can remove this one and go back to the ratcheting one, which will be much easier to deal with. Boom, and there's your washer and your axle nut. What you're going to want to do now is hit your axle through and then reach over here to the other side and pull it out. Boom, there you go. So I got my axle out, no big deal. I'm just going to set it aside over here. Yeah, don't forget about your swing arm blocks. You definitely don't want to lose these. Okay, so after that's done, you're going to want to push your wheel forward a little bit and pull your chain off your bike. And you can just let your chain rest right there. It'll be fine. And you probably will have a wheel spacer fall out. Just don't lose that. You'll be golden on that part. And so then over here on this side, I know it's kind of hard to see, but we've got our brake caliper, and it just slides inside of the swing arm with the wheel. So we should be able to pull it right out as well. And there you go, guys. I normally just put the caliper, I'll slide its little spacer right here over the back of my stand, so that way it's held up. And my chain just slop down right over here. That's fine. You can just let it lay down. That's fine. And you'll have another spacer on the wheel on this side. I just take them out so that way I don't lose them. It's no big deal. One really important thing to note about the rear wheels is that most of you probably know this, but the actual sprocket is not held in by bolts or anything. It's actually just held in by basically pressure, technically. You can lift that out, and there's your sprocket. It's actually bolted to this part right here, but you can lift that whole thing out. And I normally do, and I just set it to the side. And you've got these little rubber things right here. You don't want to lose those. I normally take them out because they normally just fall out anyway. I'll take them out and I'll just set them to the side just so I can keep track of them. This one's actually broken. It's probably good if I replace that, but that's not going to be happening today, so it'll be all right. And I will be removing my my rotor. This is probably the best time in the world to replace them. I won't be replacing them because they're still pretty all right, but it takes a size 6 Allen key to get them off. Just if you were wondering, that's what it takes. And there you have it, you guys. That is how you remove the rear tire off of your CBR and probably most any bike. And I'm sorry about the noise. Like I said, there's not really a whole lot I can do about it, but I got the rear wheel off and now I'm sitting on it and it puts me at the perfect height. But yeah, guys, that's how you get the front one off, well, I showed you how to get the front one off. That's how you get the rear one off. The rear is so much easier, and it's kind of a good thing that it is, because you'll be replacing the rear tire so much more often. You'll replace the rear tire probably 2 or 3 times before you replace the front. But as I said in the previous video, you guys, safety is your #1 concern when it comes to stuff like this. So just keep that in mind. Not so much so for the rear. It's a little bit easier to handle. But with that being said, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope I was able to help you out. And if, like I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I really do appreciate that. Work on your own bike. It's fun and you learn a lot. So if this, like I said, I hope the video was really helpful. And that's it, you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, have fun, stay safe, and ride safe for sure.